Welcome back to Hooton Park for the third round of the Northern Karting Federation Championship. Honda Cadet up next, 14 laps in the final. Onboard cameras on Amelia Pennington going off pole and Connor Scarisbrick going off P4, karts 21 and 28 respectively. That is the grid positions. Standing start for Honda Cadet, of course. We're off and running. Starting P4, we're down to P5 straight away as Brandon Truman makes his way by. That's Reese Knight on the 19 and the novice goes by as well, Ethan Haig. So just like that, we're down to what, 7th place, making a place up the inside of Reese Knight and gets that back. So 6th place now for Connor Scarisbrick. That's not what he would have hoped for at the start. Pennington's out front. He's followed by Whiting, McInerney, Truman, Haig, Scarisbrick, Knight, and then Gregor Reed rounding out the field on the 94. So Amelia Pennington trying to become the first ever girl to win a Northern Karting Federation title. There's the confirmation on screen. She is the race leader and the championship leader as things stand. The 81 kart in behind the leader there is Finlay Whiting. In behind Whiting we've got Dara McInerney. Every time I say McInerney, I always feel that there are two people in that kart, Mac and Ernie, but it's not. It's Dara McInerney. This class was highly competitive. At the last round we featured, which was Three Sisters. There's been another round in between at Glannygorse Park. We weren't there that weekend, but highly competitive this class, and I think this one could go all the way to the wire. Onboard camera on Amelia Pennington. I didn't quite realise she was going to be going off pole when I put the camera on. But I'm not saying I hope she gets overtaken, but let's hope she gets overtaken so we get some action on the camera. Don't just see an empty track. Just about make out the gold casing on the camera on the front of the car. Finlay Whiting, P2 on track, second in the championship. Dara McInerney, P3 on track, and third in the championship. And continuing that theme, Brandon Truman on the 55 there in fourth place. He's fourth on track, he's fourth in the championship. So the top four in the championship, there's a confirmation about Brandon Truman. Top four in the championship are first to fourth on track. I'm not sure I've ever seen that before, to be honest. We're on board here with Connor Scarisbrick, the man from Ormskirk, running sixth. He's actually fifth in the championship, so if he gets past Ethan Hay, we'll have the top five in the championship, top five on track, which definitely I've never seen before. But on board here with Connor Scarisbrick in the slipstream, close enough down the inside. Got to keep your foot in here through turn one. Makes the move nice and clean. So top five in the championship are now first to fifth on track. There you go. That's the confirmation on screen. Looking up the inside for a spot was the 20, but nothing doing at the moment for Dara McInerney. 19 just going through the shot. Reese Knight, the man from Bonnyrigg in Scotland, member of the East of Scotland Kart Club. A few Scottish drivers here this weekend, obviously taking part in the Northern Karting Federation. The novice on track, who's Ethan Haig, member of the South Yorkshire Kart Club, races up there at that fantastic track at Wombwell. He's the only driver in the field as a novice, but also the only driver in the field who's not taking part in the Northern Karting Federation Championship this season. That's Gregor Reed going through the shot. He's a member of the West of Scotland Kart Club. Races up there at the newly extended Larkhall circuit as McInerney makes the move for second and makes it stick. If you want to find out more about this sport, about karting, about your local club and circuit, there will be one near you. Go to the Association of British Kart Clubs website, abkc.org.uk, to find your local club and your local track and get involved in the sport. Great sport it is. That's the battle there for second. Looks like Pennington's getting away. Not sure we're going to have any action on that onboard camera if she keeps going like this. Now she's all four wheels over that white line on the outside. Going into turn one, she's pretty much got all four wheels on the concrete part of the track. Of course, the concrete isn't part of the track. The line on the outside of the track is to delineate the circuit, the racing surface, the tarmac area. You've got to keep at least two wheels inside the white lines at all times. If not, let's have a look. Yeah, you see how they're keeping two wheels there. You've got two wheels on the concrete, two wheels on the tarmac. That's fine. Let's have a look this time as they come down to down the straight into turn one. We'll have a look, see what Pennington does. I think she's going to go really wide here. There you go. She goes right the way. All four wheels are outside the white line. However, what I will say is, what white line? So if they get pulled in by the clerk of the course and say you're exceeding track limits, McInerney going for the lead, and McInerney is in the lead. Finally, we've got some onboard action from Amelia Pennington. Thank you, Dara McInerney. But not for long. She's straight back into the lead. She's doing exactly what she should do. If you get overtaken, you're in the lead. Get the lead back as soon as you can. Now that's closed up this battle for the top three. In fact, we're going to have a four-man battle here for the lead. Truman getting in the mix as well. McInerney having another look, but again, only window shopping, not actually making the move. The man in, making the move. Oh, a little bit of contact. Lucky to get away with that. It's the 81 Finley Whiting looking for that move. Here's the slow motion replay. Let's have a look. That nearly went pear-shaped. But this is to show you the white line. There you go. The white line denotes the track limit. Now, you've got to have two wheels inside the white line. However, let's say the clerk of the course pulled her in and said, you're exceeding track limits. She would say, oh, really, Mr. Clerk of the course? Finley Whiting back in a second, by the way. What white line is that then? Because I actually don't see any white line there. Can you point it out to me? Oh, no, you can't, because there isn't one there. Let's have another look. You can see where the white line was at one time. You can see it just about, but in any sort of appeal, if anybody got done for exceeding track limits on that corner, going over that white line with all four wheels, they would automatically get it overturned on appeal. All they have to do is get their iPhone out, or other phones are available, obviously, take a picture of that supposed white line, and you would win any appeal if you got done for exceeding track limits. That's just my opinion, of course. Don't take it to the bank, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that would happen. You might see Mr. Wilson, the track owner, get some paint out in the next month or so and painting that white line back in. But of course, the more the karts run over that, you can see how often it's been run over that line. It's the rubber that ultimately will rub the paint away. So it has been rubbed away. It's not quite that as visible as it should be. But lots of karts, not only in this class, but other karts in other classes during the weekend, exceeding track limits at that point. And why would you do that? Well, simple. A, you're getting away with it, and B, it's the fastest way around that corner. You're taking a wider line in, which is a lot quicker. If the white line was painted back in and they were forced to stay within the track limit, of course, the track time, in terms of your fastest lap, would probably go up by maybe a tenth of a second or so, because you wouldn't be taking the optimum line through the corner. Let's have another look onto the concrete. There you go, 10 gone, 4 to go. This is getting very interesting though. 3 in it at the moment. Brandon Truman trying to make it 4. The 94 Kart of Gregor Reed comes towards us. No friends to play with today. McInerney looks up the inside to try and get that second place back. He's come alongside, has he? No, not quite. Still Pennington from Whiting, McInerney, Truman, and the 28 getting in the mix now as well. Connor Scarisbrick carrying that onboard camera for us. We may see some action from it as he gets closer to the man in 4th place. Through the S's one more time. There'll be 3 laps remaining when they go through the finish line this time. Pennington, it's been an amazing effort to stay out front, apart from that very short period of a couple of seconds when she lost the lead. But she got it straight back. It was McInerney that had the lead that time. Down the inside, Reese Knight on Ethan Haig, making a spot back. That's the battle for 6th place. And Reese Knight has got that one as things stand. 5 in the train now, though. 5 carriages in the train going for the win. Any one of these can win it with a lap and a half remaining. Anything can happen. The leaders can tangle. Who knows what's going to happen? Pennington up to the S's. Is she going to be the first girl to win an NKF title in Honda Cadet? The girls have been on the rise in the last few years, headed of course by Abby Pulling's double success, winning back-to-back British Championship titles. And let's not forget, she was second the year before that when she led the championship, going across the line and getting the checkered flag on the last lap, and then lost it because of an incident. So she could have been a 3-time champion. But she's won it twice, and that's given a lot of the girls, I'm sure Amelia would say, having watched Abby over the years, that's given her the confidence to know that she can compete in what has been, let's be honest, over the years, generally, there have been some really good girls in karting in the time I've been involved since the turn of the century. Motorsport generally is a male-dominated sport, lots of testosterone floating around. Of course, a lot of the girls will not have liked or appreciated Lewis Hamilton's comments recently when he said it's a man's sport. I could hear all the girls saying, oh really, really, is that right? Conor Scarisbrick puts in the fastest lap, faster than the race leader, but he's not got track position, he's only there in 5th place. Truman tries to defend his 4th, but he's given the push signal now on the last lap. Yeah, we're not going to take any notice of that, and nor does Conor Scarisbrick, by the way, straight down the inside. Time and corners running out for the drivers in 2nd and 3rd. Whiting and Dara McInerney, 2nd and 3rd. I think that's the way they're going to finish. Pennington's going to take it down to the finish line. She's led for most of the race. It's an outstanding performance by the championship leader, Amelia Pennington. Whiting, McInerney, Truman and Scarisbrick round out the top 5. And then the 19 kart, that's Reese Knight just heading the novice Ethan Haig. And rounding out the field was Gregor Reed, ploughing a very lonely furrow back there. The championship points look like this. Amelia Pennington now with a very useful 15-point lead over Finlay Whiting, with Dara McInerney there in 3rd place, 12 points farther back. Brandon Truman just a point behind him in 4th. More stories and drama to be told in this championship though before the end of the season. Join us in part 3. We're back with Junior Rotax.